Yesterday was, quite frankly, a bit of an embarrassment on all fronts for everybody involved. So today we're hoping to turn that around and hopefully start to go up the table, not down the table. We start with 10th placed Aston Villa away. We've Crystal Palace, who are currently 16th at the end of the episode, also away. A game at home in the meantime against Spurs, and then an FA Cup tie against Chelsea away from home. We have already achieved what the board want from us in the FA Cup, as you can see from the tick there, which is reaching the 16th, the round of 16, which we've done. Great. Continental success for some reason is medium, even though we have none. Financially, I might be able to do that. No, I won't. We're past January now. We're not doing that. Brand exposure-wise, we've done the first, and provided we can score a goal in one more home match this season, we'll have done the second, which is good news. And youth development-wise, I mean, I could go out and sign another youngster that is under 20. We could get at least one of those two done before the end of the season, and I might have to try and keep hold of my job. The board wanted top 4 in the league, which is astronomically unrealistic, and we're currently in the red, but still in the high 60s. We've been in the low 50s, if not sub 50 in this save before, and kept hold of our position as manager somehow. So hopefully we shall continue to keep hold of our position as manager in this save. Guiri has come in and provided some goals, which have been a welcome relief. We've been conceding more than we would like to, though. But I have a funny feeling we know who that, or the reason behind that. Bayindir, 6'6", incredible stats so far, woeful in goal. He has today to prove himself, and then we might go back to Kradetsky and sell them both next year and look for 2 new goalkeepers. It's been a failed experiment thus far, bringing in the new man between the sticks. Not fun. Not fun with with him so far. So we'll see if he's improved today. We'll see if we're improved today. And hopefully we will be on all fronts and we won't need to worry about results, because they'll just all fall in, everything will fall into place. As everything fell apart yesterday, we're going to try and put everything back together again today. Aston Villa with Diogo Costa in goal. Serginho Dest, Unai Nunez, Matt Targett and Calvin Phillips at left back. Morgan Sanson, Dagnek and Haidara in the middle. Tino Kadewere, Conrad de la Fuente, and who was it up top? Jimenez. Well, that's an unlikely starting lineup for Aston Villa. There have been a lot of changes in a lot of the teams this year. Calvin Phillips, well, I think it's put him at left back when he should be played at centre back with Matt Targett at left back. But even still, Calvin Phillips shouldn't even be at centre back. So, an odd one, but hopefully one that we can use to our advantage. Although he is a very solid defensive player, so he just might not be that quick in that position. But I'm sure it's something that he can adjust to, the same way that James Milner has adjusted to occasionally playing on the left-hand side of defence for Liverpool over the years. Their first chance building opportunity has been poor. Our first one hopefully will be better, but isn't. I think yesterday I was perhaps trying to rush my offensive play a little bit too much. So I'm going to try and just slow things down a little bit today. Be a bit more patient everywhere. And then hopefully things will fall into place for us. We haven't had enough of the ball really in recent games. And because the opposition have been so dominant in possession, that's led to... I wasn't even trying to play that too Guiri, but never mind. That's led to the opposition just having more of an opportunity to cut me apart. And unfortunately, they have just cut me apart when given that opportunity. But thankfully, the man's offside there. And hopefully, the passes will be slightly more accurate moving forward. Although, I doubt it. Kadewere. Forward to Jimenez. Out to De La Fuente. Back centrally to Haidara, who's gone for it. And it's a good save this time from Bayindir. That's refreshing to see. Haidara will take the corner himself and whips it well. Won by Nunez and away by Iago. No risks at the back today, please. And, well, the chance of a counter lost by another heavy touch from the man in possession when trying to come away on said counter. And Aston Villa can't stay onside to save their lives. The first proper chance goes to them, but surprisingly, well saved by the goalkeeper. To Calvin Phillips and Haidara to Jimenez. He's going for goal. And it's over the bar. A couple of shots from distance from Villa so far. And that's all they've managed. They've not really work the ball about into kind of a close quarters position to try and place a shot. It's just kind of hit and hope so far, which is pleasing. We're doing our job defensively. Just need to do our job going the other way now, and maybe a goal will come. Looking for Gouiri. He's got support there from Lewis Ferguson. Could go back to Amin Gouiri here, who's found well. Lewis Ferguson. And Ennis Bardi out wide. Where do we go here? Half time. In for a slice of orange and a cup of tea is where we go. Not having a shot on goal. Perhaps I was being slightly too patient there. Finding the balance. Out wide to Dest. Over the top. Finding Kadewere. Diogo's kind of recovered his positioning a little bit. Trying to get the block on it, which he does well. And Gilmour gets rid of that. I'm in the process of waiting for the changes to come through, or to be made, but I am switching formation because of our lack of creativity recently. Gouiri gets away from the defender. I see the man at the back post. I'll drill it trying to find him, and Kassoun will sweep home. We've taken the lead away from home at Villa Park, and we absolutely want to keep hold of that now. Typically, we score the goal before the change in formation comes, but the change in formation is on the way. We're going to a 4-4-2. Randy Nteke's going to come off the bench. It's a lovely assist by Amin Gouiri. And Kassoun sweeps home, and he started to pick up the occasional goal or two now as well. We're starting to see the better of Franjo Kassoun. Right. Nteke on, Billy Gilmour off, and Braff on. And we're lining up as you see it now. Braff on the right, Kassoun on the left, McGree and Ferguson centrally, Gouiri and Nteke up top. As a strike partnership with two strikers on the field, can we create a little bit more? I'm hoping so. I'm also slightly concerned that we're going to be a little bit more open defensively because of the lack of numbers back there, but we'll wait and see. I hope it's a formation change, a tactical decision that leads to us getting some better results. Looking for Randy Nteke, finding Jaden Braff inside on his left. Good save by Diogo Costa. Maybe this formation is the answer. You never know. Randy Nteke didn't find the goals regularly enough this season, so we made the change to sign Gouiri, who has found goals. Now we're looking for them both to contribute at the same time. 25 to go. We lead by 1-0. Kadewere out to Nakamba. Into Kadewere again. I thought we were going to get a block on that. I don't know what the defender's doing underneath it. He just didn't bother trying to get there at all. Thankfully, the Villa man is headed high and wide, but that was very concerning. Altai at the minute is on for his first clean sheet at the club. He's not had much to do other than that first half save from the shot from distance. Everything else that Villa have provided has been off target, really. Gouiri made a good run, but I didn't quite see him early enough. Jaden Braff going to need some support. It's a strong challenge from Calvin Phillips and a fair one. Definitely got a lot of the ball. Bogle will throw that in, and Jaden Braff will knock that back. I don't know if we have much in the way of options at the minute. Randy Nteke in the box. I'll pull this back looking for Jaden Braff, but Nteke can't sort his feet out quickly enough. 15 minutes to go. We're still trying to keep the pressure on Aston Villa here. I've gotten a little bit adventurous there with the defender Iago. Drawn him out of position. Can I get to that? With Van Ersden, we can't. Can Iago get back? He's not going to. There's a man free at the back post. And through the keeper's legs. There goes the clean sheet. And Villa have the equaliser on the counter-attack. Man free at the back post. And the keeper should probably do better at his near post. I don't know if I'm being overly critical of Bayindir now. Oh, it's just so unlucky, if anything. Yes, he's 6'6", but that means his legs are so long that there's a big gap between them, which has just been found. Villa have an equaliser. 10 minutes to go. Inside to Marvellous Nakamba. Dest. Ball lofted over the top. Not properly cleared away. Here's Haidara. Well intercepted by Iago. He read that well. Nailed from behind. This referee is not giving many fouls at all. That's loose, though. Very, very, very loose. Gouiri. Good footwork. Can't come away with the ball, but it's fallen to Kassoun. Into Gouiri again. I'll look for Randy Nteke. We'll find Randy Nteke. He's got Jaden Braff outside, who's found well. Jaden Braff in the box. Can't sort his feet out. We'll take the corner, will we? We will. Chance then to perhaps still get the victory here late in the day. Randy Nteke towards the back post. Braff will deliver it. Oh, Lewis Ferguson won the header. I had no idea where that was going, and unfortunately, it did go wide. 2 minutes to go, plus stoppage. Does look like we're going to have to settle for a draw. But, I mean, a draw is better than anything we got yesterday. Although to concede late on the way that we did is still frustrating. To still not get the victory despite leading for so long. Oh, and if they score from the corner now, I'll be absolutely heartbroken. Haidara with the delivery to come in. It's late. It's not great. Iago heads clear to Haidara again. Swept all the way back to Matt Target. Degenek. Calvin Phillips well blocked. I don't think the chance for the counter is going to be there. It's not. It's a 1-1 draw at Villa Park. It's a better result than we've had, but it's still not good enough for our liking. I don't really know as the 4-4-2 made that much of a difference there, to be completely honest. Perhaps I'll try the 4-4-2 again from the start, but against Palace at the end of the episode. I think I'd rather stick with a 4-3-3 for the games against Chelsea and Tottenham. But we'll try the 4-4-2 again against Crystal Palace, and we'll see if it works there. But up next for us is going to be a simulated game, actually, against Chelsea in the FA Cup quarterfinals. Right, the sim against Chelsea, you can see their starting lineup there is very, very strong indeed. So they're not taking any risks in the FA Cup. But considering our lack of form in the league recently, I kind of need to concentrate on that. We pulled back a deficit to just 1 goal after Pulisic gave them a 3-1 lead, but it's not enough. I'm not that bothered about that. If we were doing better in the league, I would have loved to have concentrated more on the FA Cup to try and get through a bit further than we have done here. Wasn't the quarterfinals, actually. The quarterfinals is the next round. So we're out in the round of 16 of the FA Cup. But with the way that we are now just 5 points above the drop and the fact that Brighton have a game in hand, I cannot let us slip into a relegation fight. Just can't do it. I need to concentrate on the league. Tottenham at home coming up next. Tottenham, Paul Bernardoni in goal. Matt Doherty, Joe Roden, Eric Dyer and Ben Davies. Kieran Højbjerg, Xavier Schlager, new signing in Yves Bissouma. Noni Madueke, Heung-min Son, Harry Kane. We know that this is obviously going to be a very difficult game of football, but it's a game of football that we need to concentrate on more so than cup football. There's no point. I think this year, if I did get relegated, I certainly would lose my job because the expectations are much higher of us domestically. I don't understand why the board wanted top 4 of us, other than we had a half-decent starting 11, but still, even in a regular save, outside of a Creator Club save, you wouldn't have said that the 11 that we had, rating-wise, was good enough to qualify for the top 4. Braff gets the start out wide in this one, and Riley McGree is actually back at centre mid. I'm hoping that a change there might actually get a bit more out of Riley McGree. I don't feel like we've been as creative with Billy Gilmore in that centre mid spot since we moved McGree back out wide. So I'm going to try and be a bit more creative in this one against Tottenham, but we'll have to wait and see how things actually pan out. I think in general I'm just in some bad FIFA form right now, which obviously isn't helping. But thankfully we've gotten the tackle in on Noni Madueke there, and we will come away with possession. It's going to be really dangerous with his electric pace out wide. But we've got some pace of our own. We'll try and utilise it as best we can. Bardi has now completed his change to a cam as well, by the way. So he's now 81 overall. That took weeks to actually come through. Please be onside. He is onside here, Guiri. And support from Riley McGree centrally. And we'll look for Kassoun out wide. And Guiri's positioned himself well again. Just gets it to Kassoun, who will deliver it into the middle. And it will be headed away. Ferguson out wide to Jaden Braff. I don't know if we've got much from Lewis Ferguson recently, do you? I don't know whether I'm overthinking everybody's individual performances at the moment, but I don't feel like Lewis Ferguson has really offered me much recently. Nice ball to Ennis Bardi. Here comes Riley McGree. Ah, that's more like it, sunshine. Riley McGree in a central area does the business. He hasn't been good enough for us out on that right-hand side recently. We make the change and immediately see some reward. That gives me hope. However, we went 1-0 up twice yesterday and still lost both games. So, let's not get carried away. Great goal, though. Son. Out-muscled by Jaden Bogle. He's going to go on a nice run now, and we'll thread that through there for Jaden Braff to run onto. I'm going to try and tuck it back to a teammate. Here's Guiri, out-muscled, but still able to hold on to possession and draw the save out of the goalkeeper. Where is this performance coming from, gentlemen? Up we go, please. It's Ennis Bardi underneath it. It's going to fall to Itakura on the edge of the box. Lewis Ferguson. It's sat up beautifully, begging to be hit, and was hit very well, but their goalkeeper is on form so far today. Couldn't keep the one goal out, but I don't think anybody would have kept that out, and so far has stopped anything else from standing a chance of going in. Hummington again trying to get the better of Jayden Bogle, but eventually he'll learn that's not going to work today. Bogle means business. Ferguson looking for Guiri through the gap. Are we in for maybe a second? He took forever to take the shot, by which point the gap had closed down. Oh, he just kept running and running and running. Wouldn't actually kick it. Oh, the keeper's going to come for this, and he's going to catch it very well indeed. Still only 1-0, but Guiri should have tucked that away. Chested that. Bardi looking for Guiri. Could we still maybe get a goal? Caught there. No foul given. Hi, ref. UK pal. That's, it's a foul, mate, actually. Oh, it's brilliant from Yves Bissouma. Oh, and Harry Kane destroys me. It's a wonderful goal. Excellent finish, but should it have had the chance to happen? I'm not sure. Lovely turn by Bissouma. And that strike is just unsavable. That's tough to take, especially after the Guiri chance a moment ago. But that's Harry Kane for you. Kassoun into Guiri. Gets to that first. Kassoun slow on the uptake, but then does take it up. And finds Guiri, who's turned well. Oh, are you kidding me? Amin Guiri on his own penalty spot over the bar. I did not pay all that money for you to do that, sunshine. Oh, that's a chance spurned. Another chance spurned. We haven't been very creative in recent games. We've had 6 chances in the first 45 minutes in this one. We've still only scored 1 goal, though. Højbjerg. That's a decent ball, but comfortably picked off. Riley McGree. Back to Kassoun. You going to go again, please, Franjo? Thank you. Right, here we go. He's in. He's forced wider than I would have liked. And I've run out of space, really. And no one's made a great run to try and make some more space. Guiri! That's better! The one that went over the bar, I finessed. That time, I thought I put my foot straight through it. Turns out, that was the right decision. My LAN cable is disconnected, but thankfully, Guiri connected with the back of the net. Sorry, I couldn't avoid the pun. Oh, we're connected again, as is our lead. Ha-ha! Get involved. Son, he's driven past me well there. It's Davies. And back to Dyer. Schlager. Forward into Doherty. Out wide to Noni Madueke. Floated in. Kane's header is easy, but he's offside anyway. 2 changes. Bardi off and Caden Clark on. Jaden Brafoff and Ben Brereton on. Just 8 minutes. Just 8 minutes to hold on for a 2-1 victory at home against Tottenham Hotspur, which would be huge for us. A little burst. I'm waiting for it. No. Back there to Doherty. Madueke again. Crossed early. Up we go, please. Itakura with a big header. Only 1 minute added on. That's another big header, this time for them. Not now. Not now. Not now. Højbjerg into the middle. Away by Itakura again. Ref, please. Surely, yes! Yes! 3 points. Let's go. We deserved that victory as well. We were exceptional in the first half and just did enough in the second. The draw against Villa should have been a win. That is a win, and we'll take those 3 points all the way to the bank. We'll try that 4-4-2 against Crystal Palace in the next game and see if we can make it work for us. Oh, but those 3 points could be massive. That, hopefully, today, these 4 points that we've gotten so far are going to be enough to help steer us clear and keep us safe. 10 games to go. We're 15th. We play 16th place Crystal Palace next. The gap to Brighton is 8 points. 8 points, but they have a game in hand and can close it to 5. So we need to make sure that we do something positive against Crystal Palace. We have Brighton. I don't know if we have Brighton again before the end of the season. We don't. We're not far away from the end of the league season now. So we really need to make sure we pick up points and soon. We'll go 4-4-2 against Palace and hope that it works. Crystal Palace with Jack Butland in goal. Marin, Anderson, Mbemba and Nathan Ferguson. Milivojevic, Will Hughes and Jesus Ferreira with Ruben Lameras, Martin Terrier and Limnios as the front three. Paulinho on the bench, Jordan Ayew, Ollie Watkins on the bench as well, who played well against us last time we had Palace. He played on the left-hand side there, front three, I think, last time we played them, didn't we? Didn't he, but scored from the penalty spot to give Palace the lead, if my memory serves me correctly. We're trying this 4-4-2. I don't know how well it will go. And after the game against Tottenham, maybe it's not the time to switch formation, but we'll try it. Let's see what we can do with an old school English 4-4 hack in 2. Riley McGree through looking for Randy and Tekka. Good footwork from Randy. Wrong decision to go for goal there, to be fair, from me. Into Riley McGree, though. And Lewis Ferguson. And looking for Randy. And on this occasion, shot still blocked, but there was more space for it. Let's see what we can do from the corner. Riley McGree delivers. Keeper's not come. Oh, Chancellor Mbemba flattens Amin Gouiri. Lovely touch by Ferguson. Looking for support. Van Ersden. Randy and Tekka around the corner. Kassoon! Oh, deflected by Adrian Marine, sorry. And it's it's a terrible corner, and it's past the post. That'll fall to Kassoon, though, who will find Riley McGree, who very nearly finds the top corner. Talk about pressure on the Crystal Palace goal. This certainly is it. Looking for a man at the back post. Itakura's up. It's a brilliant stop again by the goalkeeper. Kassoon will go up for the header. He won't win it. Itakura brings that down. Turns away well from the man. Randy and Tekka was onside. See someone on the edge of the box. I can't pull it back to Jaden Braff, unfortunately. And all of that pressure hasn't resulted in a goal. It might end up with a goal at the other end. Limnios with support. Here's Jesus Ferreira. Forward to Terrier. Given away. Bit end-to-end, but certainly some good pressure in the opening stages, although the majority of it from set pieces, but not necessarily directly tied to the change in formation. Here's Randy and Tekka looking for the through ball for Gouiri, but can't find him. Milivojevic, this is good from Palace. Lameras, keeper saves. Not very often we've been able to say that with him in between the sticks. But keeper saves. I'm really curious to know what you guys think of this new goalkeeper. I've recorded this episode and the last one back to back, so I haven't yet seen your reaction to his well, let's just say to the start of his life at the club. We are really caught lacking numbers back here at the minute, aren't we, on this counter-attack? Milivojevic over the top, looking for and finding Lameras. And Iago puts in a good challenge, and it's a corner for Crystal Palace. To come in from Milivojevic. It's delivered and delivered well. Ferguson heads up and away. Still Crystal Palace come. Oh, it's nicely done by Milivojevic. Ferreira. Back to Milivojevic again, driving inside. Good block by Itakura. And away, please, Van Ersden. And as far as Jesus Ferreira, we had some pressure. Couldn't score. They've had some pressure. And we still don't know whether it's going to end in a goal or not. Milivojevic. Terrier. It will not end in a goal yet, at least. Altai with the save. Corner's come in from the far side from Will Hughes. Can we get rid of this? No. Can we get rid of that? Yes. Both sides having prolonged spells of pressure in this first half. Neither able to score. I'll go down the line to Kassoon. Gouiri is there. We'll look for him. It could be perfectly weighted. It very nearly is. It still could be. Oh, it fell for me and we still couldn't find the shot into the back of the net. There's a through ball over the top, but Riley McGree is back on the cover. How there haven't been any goals in this first half, don't really know. Oh, there might still be. Gouiri's finally in, and Gouiri finally scores, and it will count. He was on the shoulder of the defender, but onside. Randy and Tekka with the assist. We lead by a goal to nil against Crystal Palace. Finally, something to cheer about for those fans in today's episode. after a couple of really frustrating ones. Randy Nteka with, well, a simple through ball that is beautifully finished off by our new record signing. He really has hit the ground running, hasn't he, Amine Gouiri?
After the first half, can they come up with a response here in the second?
Given straight to Kassoun. Beginning of the second half here by Palace. That was a poor pass, but thankfully... Whoa! Referee didn't even play advantage. Gouiri through looking for Randy. And Nteka gets there. And that is the cheekiest finish you are ever likely to see. I'll be honest, I thought the keeper was going to come. That's why I went for the chip. It's paid off, luckily, even though the keeper decided to stay where he was. We have ourselves a 2-0 lead here away from home at Selhurst Park. Nice through ball from Gouiri, who returns the favour to Randy Nteka. And to be fair, the keeper really should be saving that, shouldn't he? It was a poor decision for me to actually stick with the chip, but Butland's got to be stopping that. That's not a difficult shot to try and save. Patrick Vieira is furious, but we get one up on the Frenchman. We get two up on the Frenchman. Nteka and Gouiri both with a goal and assist apiece in the 4-4-2. We have ourselves a 2-0 lead against Crystal Palace. I feel like we were really good against Tottenham with the 4-3-3. And this 4-4-2 has just been similar, really. I don't know, has there been much of a difference in performance between this and the Tottenham game? Oh, it's a nice tackle, but it's going to fall free to me. And we'll squeeze that to Jaden Brough. If I see Kassoun on the far side, I will look for him. I think that's over here, is it? No, he will get to it. And we'll stand it up into the middle. It'd be the most remarkable 1-2 of all time. But it very nearly was. Big switch out to Iago. And in there to Ferguson. And Gouiri. Good footwork. Excellent footwork. Randy Nteka might have been offside there. He's not. Play continues. Ben Brereton Diaz has a man on the edge of the box here in Kayusta to aim for. And that was destined for the top corner if Butland didn't do anything about it. I'm not sure why Kayusta keeps doing this. That didn't do anything. The keeper didn't do anything about it. Terrier going off, and I think Jordan Ayew's come on in his place up top at striker for them. Gouiri's going to go up for this header, but Marin does well. Kayusta to Itakura. Into Ben Brereton. Smash it at the near post. Smash it well over the bar. And I think he sums up my own reaction to that. He knows he should have done better there, Ben Brereton. 2-0 to us, though, with 4 minutes to go. I think we need a larger base of results to really judge whether this 4-4-2 has worked long or will work long term. But certainly, we've played well here today. We have had to rely on the defence quite a bit against Palace, though, but they've stood firm. We haven't had a clean sheet in forever, but we might get one now. There's the whistle, and 3 points, hard-earned, hard-fought. And thankfully, a remarkably positive episode today after yesterday's remarkably terrible one. A clean sheet as well. 12 shots created from us in that game. Against Tottenham and against Palace, we were so much better than we were yesterday. The Villa game was decent. Could have justified us winning that game, but certainly we deserved the win from this Palace one. And, I mean, you could say that we deserved the win against Tottenham, although they were good. Every single one of the lads is fully and wholly committed to the challenge. Got one better on Palace today. I think we did take them by surprise by lining up a different way, and they weren't necessarily expecting us to line up in a different formation, or they weren't necessarily ready to try and deal with that once they figured out what we were doing. So we're now 10 points clear of the relegation zone. I hope that's us now safe, but who knows? We're also 10 points the other way behind Southampton in 7th, with a game in hand. We can end the season strong. We could still have a top half finish here. Been a remarkable season. Arsenal and Liverpool will be the two games that we sim tomorrow. We'll play West Ham, Norwich and Leeds. And then we'll sim Chelsea, play Wolves, Newcastle and Watford. And then that's the end of the season. Very nearly at the end of season 4. And it does look like we will survive in the Premier League this year. That will bring us to a close for today, guys. Do drop the video a like if you've enjoyed. Let me know what you think of that 4-4-2. Do you think it worked? Do you think perhaps it was just opponent specific and we might struggle with it again in the next episode? we shall have to wait and see. But I think West Ham, Norwich and Leeds could see us pick up some more points. I hope, anyway. Time will tell. 9 games to go in the Premier League. Christ knows where we'll finish. I'll see you tomorrow.